Want to have a crystal clear vision of what your migration journey should look like? Know where you want to live? And can you picture yourself in Australia already? Well then, keep watching because this video is going to help you get that right. Welcome back to episode number 124 of Shamini TV. Can you believe it? It's the end of 2022 and it's just that time of the year, beautiful time where we celebrate the birth of Christ and we just celebrate life and being together with friends and family and having a big green tree, usually with a little red man. I say little, he's not so little, with a larger red man coming down a chimney. Is your chimney unblocked? Have you bought your presents yet? Well, little disclaimer, I haven't bought my presents yet, but that's okay. There's still some time for you to go and grab those presents. But for today's video, we're going to look at how you can create a vision board for you about your migration journey. It's so important that we have a crystal clear picture on what it is that we want to achieve, where we want to be at, and we can imagine ourselves in that position already. Keep watching because I'm going to take you through step by step on how you can create your own migration vision board. But before we continue, have you subscribed to this channel yet? Very important. If you don't want to miss a thing, go to that button. Yep, you know where it is. Hit it, subscribe, turn on the notifications. Good stuff. Let's keep going. So it's that time of the year where you start and you reflect back on what the previous year has brought to you and what the next year holds for you. We know the borders are well and truly open now to come to Australia. And we can see that in the numbers that have started making their move coming into Australia. And also the fact that the Australian Migration Department have started much better working through the backload of applications that they had. And they're actually letting a lot of people know the good news that they are able to come to Australia. And I would love it if you were one of those who could also make your journey over to Australia in the next year. So for us to be able to do that, we need to have a very good picture of what it is that we want to achieve. What does your migration dream look like to you? And if you've been following me for a while, you will know that I always say migrating is not a quick fix. It's a long-term journey and it takes a lot of time and effort for you to make it. But we, Shamini TV, are here to help you. My team and I are there to stand by and help you with any questions and ultimately just give you the best tips and advice that we can to help you along this journey. So it's very important to have that vision board handy, pretty much, I'd say, anywhere in your house or on you as you go along in this thing called life, so that while you're working on it, or even while you're just working on your normal life and things happen, you can always have your migration vision board very handy so that you flick quickly to it. If you have it on your phone, flick to it and go, yep, that's right. This is the reason why I'm doing this again. And that keeps you on track and focusing to do those little things at a time. But if you are stuck in your journey, you have to do our migration reset. If you haven't heard of that yet, go to www.shaminitv.com.au/reset, and that is where we will help you get unstuck. And if you don't know where to start in your journey, that is where you go to. All right. But this video, we're going to help you just do that vision board and keep that picture in mind of what it is that you want to achieve ultimately, why it is that you're doing all these hard things, why it is that you are leaving so many friends and family behind. But just remember, you're also moving to a place where there will be new friends. And sometimes they become to us like family. And sometimes we have friends and family already in Australia. So you might be just joining some of them that have already gone before you. So we're going to look at it in 4 steps for this video on how you can create your vision board. And the first one is to start with your vision for your journey, what you would like it to look like in different areas of your migration journey. Think about different categories that you have in your life. your job, the location that you want to live in Australia, the salary that you want to achieve. What would you like your house to look like? Or perhaps you have this dream of building your own business and working from a laptop on the beach. Who knows? I don't know what your dream looks like, but you know what it looks like. And if you're not sure, you can go and find some inspiration. There are so many places that you can go and have a look. But think about what you would like each of these areas in your life to look like in, say, the next 1 year, 3 years, and 5 years. If you want those areas to be fulfilling you, for example, then write that down. If you want things to excite you, then write that down. If you, for example, want a house that you want to be calm and relaxing, then that's another word that you need, calm. Whatever the emotion is that you would like to feel and live in while you think of each of these different areas of your migration journey, write that down. And if you're struggling to get some ideas, then use the anti-vision exercise. That's the one where you go, this is what I don't want my future to look like. I don't want to be stressed all the time. I don't want to be without money. I don't want my children to be far away from me. I don't want my children to be in a school where they're not being judged on their merit. And then once you have those things in place, then break it down into different actions. Because if you know what you don't want to do, then you know if you turn it to the positive, then you do know what you do want to do. And write down each of those things, how you want your vision to look like. For example, let's take the one of you want to live in an area, or you don't want to live in an area where you feel unsafe. And that might be a picture in your brain of all the different kind of fences that we have in South Africa, the high fences and the lots of security guards and those kinds of things, and the alarm systems and the barbed wire and you know what I'm talking about. If you're from South Africa, you'll understand. So your vision for Australia then would be a house where you don't have all of those security measures that are in place there, those safety measures that are going to make you feel safe. Because in Australia, you don't need all of those things to be safe. It is a safe country. So you might use a picture of a house that's got no fencing around it. Or you might think of walking in the streets at night, not being scared. Then maybe a picture of somebody walking in the streets at night would be something that you would want to put on your vision board. So yes, when you have that big vision, you need to break it down into little things. Think about every type of aspect. An easier way to do it as well is walk yourself through the day, your typical day. From the moment that you wake up, what do you want to feel like? What do you want to see? What do you want to smell? What do you want to hear? All those things. Be very specific and write them down and bring that vision to life on your vision board. It takes some time to create it. I know, yes, but it is incredibly powerful once you have it in place. And it can be actually quite a lot of fun because you are projecting yourself into this perfect, ideal future and the reason for why you're going to do all these things to make your way over to Australia. Now, the second step, once you have all those things that you've written down of what you think you want your life to look like when you are in Australia, you now need to go and find some pictures that are going to bring this to life for you. Now, there are so many different ways that you can find pictures. You can do the old-fashioned way of going to magazines. Do you still buy magazines, by the way? Let me know in the comment section below. That would be interesting. But you can go through magazines, page through, either it's words that you're looking for. So just, let's say the word calm. There might be a headline in one of the magazines that writes something, something, calm, something, something. Just take the word calm out of there. If you wanted to have a house without fences, well, then this is where you're going to be looking for it. Look for a house without those things. If you want to walk in the streets at night safe, then see if you can find a picture of somebody walking. And then, of course, if you don't have a magazine, which, many of us don't, and you would prefer to also do it online, to have a digital version, then you have so many tools available to you online that you can go and search for ideas. The first one and the most obvious one is Mr. Google, or some people call it Dr. Google. Go onto Google and just type in the search box, woman walking at night in dark street, enter. you would be surprised how many results you'll get. And then you can just go and scroll and scroll and scroll until you find something that you like. So you can try Google, you can try Pinterest if you haven't yet found the wonderful world of Pinterest. Oh my. You might go down a rabbit hole like I so often do when I start my Pinterest journey. I really love Pinterest. So go into Pinterest, and there you can also find a lot of ideas. You can even use Facebook. Yeah. You remember that friend that you saw that did that thing that you really thought, oh, wish I could do that? Now's a good time. Go and grab that picture. He doesn't have to see this vision board that you're creating if you don't want to show it, or maybe you want to show it to them. Maybe it's somebody you really love and admire, and you'd like to show them later on, look, I've actually used you as inspiration for me on my vision board for making my way to Australia. Then the third step, when you have all these ideas and pictures and words in place, you can go and add a filter on top of them. We want you to make it look like a magazine because you want to be excited about this vision board that you have in place. And there are so many great tools that you can use. You can just whack on a filter that you can get from so many places. If you don't have filters on your iPhone yet or on your Android, then you can go to a program called Canva. And it is amazing. If you haven't heard of Canva, the world of Canva yet, again, it's like Pinterest almost. If you're like me and you have a creative mind, then Canva is an absolute delight to work in. And you can create your whole vision board in Canva, quite frankly. If you want to do the digital version, go in there and add all your pictures in. You just upload it first into Canva, or you can actually go and find pictures in Canva itself already. If you don't want to go and look in Google and Pinterest and anywhere else, just go to canva.com and you can search for pictures on the side and then grab those. And there are many that are free for you to use, or you can sign up. I think it's like $15 a month if you want to have the paid version or the pro version, as they call it, of Canva. But there are so many beautiful pictures. And then once you have them all in place, add a filter over it so that it looks professional and it looks like something out of a magazine, my friend, because you want to live that dream life and you want to take any help that you can get to make that dream life of you come to life in your mind and excite you. Because you're going to use this with your long journey, this marathon that you will be taking on, making your way to Australia, to keep that vision crystal clear and beautiful for you to look at. It'll also help to have a consistency in the colors. So maybe you have printed out some words, or maybe you would like to make some words through Canva or you can use Word or any other kind of document, Google Sheets, Google, anywhere that you can do some typing. Use the words that comes to mind. Let's say like excitement or safety or freedom or fairness or opportunity. You can go and type them into a text box and choose the font that you like, bigger, smaller, and then you put them all around the photos that you are going to assemble in step 4, which is where we are at now. So now you have your vision board, whether it's a physical board or whether it is on your device. Go and move the pictures. There are so many different ways you can do it. You can have, let's say, Vision 2023 in the middle, and then you can have all your pictures around it. Or you can do it like a tiled version, how you can just put your pictures of all these things that you would like to achieve just in a very structured way. Or you can group things together. You can have one section, let's say your jobs, how your job or your jobs, how you would like to feel in your workplace. If you have journaled and envisioned that section of your journey, which is really important, put that in there. If it is that you want to work not a 9-to-5 job, but instead you want to be doing shift work, for example, where you work for a few days hard and together in a compact kind of time period, and then you have a long time period off. That's also possible. In Australia, we call it FIFO, fly in, fly out. Often where people fly to the mine sites, they work, let's say, for a week, and then they come to home, wherever their home is, Perth, Brisbane, might be anywhere in Australia, and then they stay home for a week. That might be a dream that you have, because that's a pretty good way to have some good chunk of time off. And then it's not seen as your holiday, it's actually seen as part of your work. I mean, the normal work week. You still get leave on top of that. But that might be a dream that you have. Or you might have a dream of your children one day being able to study something specific. And you think that in your home country, that wouldn't be possible. But in Australia, because it's a country of fairness, freedom, and opportunity, and for student loans to be much more achievable to get, then that's something that you can put on your vision board. Go and find pictures of people graduating and then the words of it. So if you have your different sections, then you can go and lay them out on your vision board, or you can scatter them any way you like. Or you might have 4 or 5 different vision boards of each of those individual areas that you can combine. So you can have one vision board and another one and another one, and you just can either, if it's digital, you can lay them out on your screen all together. Or if it's physical copies, of course, you can print them in a little booklet if you want, or you can just put them on the wall. And I would really suggest, if you're doing a physical copy, then take your phone once you've done that and take a photo of it and keep it on your phone. Because if you have it near you all the time, it's going to help a lot when you're on the road, when you're somewhere out, not being at home, and you feel like you need a little lift me up. It's when you open your phone and you go, Another really cool place to keep your vision board is as your screensaver on your phone or on your computer. That way you can refer to it all the time. Also in the mornings when you wake up. You know where's a very powerful place? Right there in your bathroom mirror. Boom. So you get up, you're like, oof, I'm still so sleepy. You're like, making your way to the bathroom. The first thing you see when you lift up is, firstly, usually you see this sleepy face of yours. And then the second thing is you see this beautiful vision board. And guaranteed, my friend, it's going to lift you up for the whole day, because seeing that beautiful vision of where you want your life to head to, it's just going to help you start the day off in the right way. And you're actually going to go out of there with a smile and a huppel in your knippel, soos ons sal sê in Afrikaans. If you want to really make this vision board work for you, ideally you want to put it in as many places as you can in your house. Okay, maybe not on your front door. I would suggest that that's not a good spot. But there are so many other places you can put it. Remind yourself at the back of your room, on the door, maybe in your car, on your dash, somewhere. You have it like a little post-it note. You can just have it stashed there. So make sure that you have all the stuff that you want more of on your vision board, and keep it simple. Don't overcomplicate it for yourself, because then it's not going to be that much fun. Do it in color, of course. Yes, come on, splurge on it. If you don't want to print it out, then that's fine. Keep the color going. And you can also raise some questions as your outcome. What would I like to weigh in 2023, if that's something that's on your heart? How much do I want to earn in 2023, if that's something that's on your heart? Do I want to drive a big SUV so that I can pack all my kids in? If you're like me, you have a big car because you've got many kids. Whatever it is that's in your train of thoughts, the things that you really would like to achieve, write those down. And it's good if they come as questions as well. So you've got your photos, you've got your words that you want to strive to, and then you can add some questions, sentences that you can put around the place, or maybe in one corner. It's up to you. It's totally your vision board. You can make it any which way it suits you. So if you have a goal, for example, of landing a sponsored job, then maybe a way to think about it on your vision board is thinking, how can I land that sponsored job? And that might entail you spending quite a bit of, it will definitely entail you spending quite a bit of time at your computer looking for companies who might fit the description of what you are interested in, who you would like to work for. Then you might want to put a photo of a computer and you sitting, or somebody sitting at a computer and working at their desk on your vision board, because that is something that you'll have to do. And make it look nice to yourself. Add a nice drink next to it. Maybe make sure that your desk is clear. Any way that you can make it look appealing, and it's going to make it a little bit easier for you while you do that thing that's going to get you to that place where you want to be ultimately. And another handy tip, if you're going to make a vision board for your desktop, I found it's really hard to know exactly what size that you need it to be. is just go onto your desktop and take a screenshot of the actual size of your screen, pretty much. And then that will tell you exactly what the size is that you need for your vision board if you want to make it a desktop background. And you can also use little fun things like text bubbles or stars if you want to get really creative, or add your own little icons in the sun or anything. Canva is amazing. There are so many elements that you can use from there and make this vision board of yours come to life. And if you put your heart and your soul in it, my friend, it's going to carry you well into the next year and on your journey of making your way to Australia. It's also a really nice memento to keep for when you are in Australia one day and you look back. Yeah, there are going to be tough times. And then you look back and you realize how far you have come. So this, creating a vision board of your migration outcomes, your dreams, is really actually an important and a fun part though of this whole journey. Invest the time. It will be absolutely worth it for you. And then I would like to invite you to share your migration vision board with me. Tag me at Shamini TV if you wanted to post it on social media, or send me an email, hello@shaminitv.com.au, or a personal DM or a personal message with your migration board. I would love to see what your journey is looking like and what you have planned for the next year. So my question of the day is, have you done a migration vision board for you previously? Type that in the comments below, yes or no. And then if it's a no, you know where to start. You just go back to the start of this video and you rewatch it. And my friend, I hope at the end of that video, when you rewatch it, it will then be pretty much soon. I'm going to start straight away. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this practical video. It's important that I also remind you of our migration reset, which is starting today. Very exciting. The 13th of December is today, and it's all happening tonight at 8 o'clock South African time. The first free training video will be released of our 3-part video training session for your migration reset. So if you, like so many other people, and we've polled you guys, we know what you feel like. If you are stuck with your plans, if you don't know where to start even, never mind being stuck, you just haven't even started because you don't know what to do, then the migration reset is for you. So the 3-part free training with a 21-page workbook can all be yours, and you can just put yourself into motion to start 2023 on the right tracks and make Australia your destination, your home next year. If you're keen on that, shaminitv.com.au/reset. And it kicks off today. Then in 2 days' time, there will be another video. And in 2 days' time, there will be another video. And that will complete your reset. So make sure that you do that very important and practical step to get you into exactly the right space that you want to be, hitting the ground running for 2023. If you have your plans in place for 2023, there is no doubt that you are going to enjoy your holidays so much more because you've done that little bit of work, and then you can go and just relax through Christmas and actually into New Year because you've set your stuff there. You know what you're going to do next year. By doing the little bit of homework now, it's going to make a massive difference, and it's going to just set you up for starting 2023 in the right way. That's it for today's video. If you're keen on getting your wheels in motion, we have got Migration Made Easy coming up, and you can get yourself into the right space and on the road by doing Migration Made Easy, our 8-week online course. We will open doors pretty soon again, next week, quite frankly, and that is the space that you come for support, templates and cheat sheets and everything that we give you that's going to make your journey so much easier. A group of people doing it with you, and we will just teach you step by step everything that you need to know in terms of making your way to Australia. Migration Made Easy is the place to be. So firstly, go and do the migration reset, really important. And once you've done the reset, you should strongly consider joining us in Migration Made Easy. Doors will open very soon, and make sure you're on the waitlist, shaminitv.com.au/waitlist. and we will notify you as soon as we open the doors to our signature online course. Doors will only be open for a limited time though, so make sure that you're in it. All right, my friend, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I can't wait to help you on your journey. Make it to this incredible country called Australia. You deserve it. Put in the work and make it happen. Adios, my future Australian amigos.